But let's jump into NASCAR now because NASCAR is back in my old stomping grounds where I grew up in the Poconos. It's at the Pocono Raceway, the Tricky Triangle. And we've got a twofer.
We do two races this weekend after a very powerful weekend down at was it Talladega? I think it was.
Talladega. It was
Yeah,
down in Talladega.
so obviously kind of a best case scenario there, I guess, with the whole new situation. It ended up not being a attack
Yes.
on Bubba Wallace, but still a noose nonetheless. So, concerning incident. I'm glad we had the moment we did during the race on Monday. It was very powerful, and I think it made a really strong impact across the sports community. And I look forward to the two races this weekend at Pocono. And we have some early odds for Saturday. Sunday's odds will be affected by Saturday's race, so it'll all be nicely tied together.
Yes, and something to take note with how Pocono has fallen the last few times and past. In fact, the past 5 times. Joe Gibbs Racing has won. Kyle Busch 3 times, Denny Hamlin once, and Martin Truex Jr. once. And the only person to win last before that was Ryan Blaney, who just won at Talladega. So interesting names of note to consider, and the Tricky Triangle is unique because it's literally a triangle. It's only got 3 turns. It's a bit shorter of a track. It's the Pocono 325, so this one is going to be even shorter. We'll see how the polling positions end up affecting that.
Yeah, and Ryan Blaney note, that's a pretty good one, especially because he was pretty good last week. Just a nose better than whoever came in second.
How about the guy coming across in third sideways?
That was
That
incredible.
finish
His
was amazing
bumper,
at
his
Talladega
bump, yeah, the third place finisher, his bumper got him third place. His rear
by a few
bumper.
inches.
Oh, that was great.
It was a very entertaining race. I recommend tuning into the NASCAR race this weekend, either one at Pocono, because typically the racers love it at Pocono because it's a different style track than what they're used to racing. It's a bit smaller, it's a bit tighter, not as wide as, say, a speedway at Talladega, so especially hopping from something there where you can get 4, 5 wide, depending on where you are on the track, to Pocono, where you can not get nearly that many cars wide. It'll be a much different race, a much different styled race, I'd say.
So, as someone that grew up in Pocono, like, is it normal that the two Pocono races are back to back, or what do they normally do with that?
So normally it's like NASCAR and a different cup and a different style race all in one week, and then they go to somewhere else and they come back a week or two later.
Oh,
Pocono
okay.
typically hosts 2 different races,
Yeah, they normally
but they
host
do it
two.
a week or two, sometimes 3 apart. It just depends on the year.
Okay, I didn't
And
know
it's
if it
really
was
annoying for
normally.
traffic purposes
So I
because
wonder.
Poconos are not set up well for that.
Yeah, no, I just wonder the back to back, like what the reason is for it, versus like if it was normal or what. So, but I'm sure NASCAR has a good reason for it.
Well, they said last week NASCAR's officially halfway through their calendar, and I think they kind of want to limit travel and get through their season with coronavirus concerns. And so, if they don't have to travel to Pocono, go somewhere else, and then travel back amongst all this, I think that's what they prefer, and so that's why they're trying to jam it all together. It's going to be interesting to see who has all the supplies that they came ready and prepared for, and who's not prepared. I mean, there's lots to learn about back-to-back NASCAR days.
Yeah, I mean maybe Joe Gibbs Racing will be most well prepared.
They probably have a few semi trucks stopped in Pocono, I would imagine.
Yeah, they're probably ready for this weekend. They're thinking this is where we shine.